get your pop-up, and you will find the vulnerability and steal the data and Hello and welcome to the third video about cross-site scripting. This is called DOM-based cross-site scripting, and we already talked about reflected and stored. Now in this video here we have a drop-down box where we can select a language. Now let's select English and click select. What we have here is a variable in the top of the URL saying English, and I can then type in my JavaScript. So let's take in this JavaScript right there, put it in, press enter, and you see I have my pop-up, and we are just back to the exact same example as before. Now I don't think you can do HTML here. Let me just try something crazy and fast. There was, sorry, yeah, it doesn't seem like that it really works because it's inside of a drop-down list, but you can go ahead and type your JavaScript and get your pop-up, and you will find the vulnerability and steal the data and impersonate the user. Now you might ask, what is the key difference between DOM-based, reflected, which seems like almost the same? In reality, in this particular example, there is not much change. Now, the reflected one is we put in a script, and it's being put directly down into the HTML. The DOM-based is you pick something and you replace it by your JavaScript, and it's being put, let me just, after a word it's better, directly down into HTML and executed. In theory you can say that there's no real difference, but of course there is a small difference. You could say that the reflected part aims towards going to the server first, and by that, you know, it's being directed through the server controls, and in some way it can react to that script. Now, the DOM-based is not necessarily based upon going to the server. Now, there are many JavaScripts that can be found on the client side and will only be on the client side. That could be stuff like change my background color, or you know, stuff that is not significant for the server itself. Now that will not be sent to the server, which is why it is called DOM-based, because it is on the DOM, on the document object model. That is the key difference. Now, I really hope you understand the difference now, and I hope you liked the video and you learned something. So I want to say have a nice day and see you again online.